10 years ago, we Bloodravens destroyed the demon Alkair, ending his schemes to rot Subsector Aurelia into a festering hellscape. We thought our victory would mark the end of the war for the sector. We were wrong. New demonic incursions relentlessly plagued her planets, Aurelia, Typhon, Calderis, and Meridian. In response, the Imperial Guard, the hammer of the Emperor, was deployed en masse to the sector to secure her, to defend her. Yet the incursions only grew in number, and soon were worsened by insurrection and madness among the Guard's ranks. Now the sector sits helpless, racked by constant, endless, unremitting war. We are Space Marines. We are the Bloodravens. We would act, yet we too are locked in warfare with one another. Azariah Kyras, our chapter master and chief librarian, has declared the heroes of Aurelia to be renegades. Now we are hunted by our own brothers, brothers unaware of the chapter master's secret allegiance to Alkair. A corrupt Space Marine chapter master, a militia crippled by disorder and turmoil, demons, renegades, a sector that knows only war. The Imperium has had enough. One solution remains for the sector, a solution with which I am all too familiar. The Ordo Malleus approaches, the Holy Imperial Inquisition. Their colossal ships bear the munitions to perform exterminatus, cleansing every planet of the sector of life, Xenos and human, corrupt and innocent. This is why I have contacted an old ally within the Inquisition, Adrastia of the Witch Hunters. Mysterious are their ways, for they have said to have sought the aid of Xenos when fighting Chaos Legions. More surprising, however, was at this time, a small band of Xenos were instead seeking her.
Orc freebooters. Disorganized patrols, hastened rather than thorough. That would suggest at least 80 or 90.
This human had best be worth all this. We've already lost our seers to these primitive brutes.
The skeins of fate have spoken. The prophecy was clear. We must reach this scion of the Emperor before the orcs. Quickly now. We will follow Velderon's trail that we may recover his soul stone along the way.
You shall not find me
This way. Velderon's trail continues along this ridge. Look! Velderon still lives, though he is wounded. Quickly, we must restore his strength.
My thanks. I return to...
Rise, Velderon. Your skills are required further.
Of course, Caliph. It was but a necessary feint. But where is Elenwe?
There is no further blood. She must have escaped.
Then we must not tarry. The orcs are sure to pass by here again.
You may requisition field upgrades as needed. Do not waste this body.
I am ready.
What?
I am under assault!
Orc ambush! Hold fast!
Marvelous. Perhaps once we exterminate the Orcish race, we can set about extinguishing the stars.
Perhaps you would rather observe this unwinnable battle from afar.
Save your energy. We have not a second more to lose.
Death now would be less than disgraceful. Make use of available cover. We are listening.
That Webway gate remains intact. Quickly, we should reactivate it to summon reinforcements.
Guardians have come afield.
The primary soldier of our war host is the Guardian. They are able fire support, but lack the means for close combat. On the field, they can be further equipped with battle equipment to enhance their versatility.
For the craft world, the craft
Our foes have a presence here.
A direct assault here will be a wasted effort. Observe the heavy weapons the orcs have deployed.
This must be the freebooter's vessel. It is astonishing so much of it remains intact.
What is astonishing is that such a thing could fly in the first instance.
Quickly! Neutralize all orcs and gather essential supplies only. We must maintain our maneuverability.
You kids, we stop you good if you touch them. These are the boss's beats.
I see it.
A shuriken cannon team would be ideal here. The suppressing fire it lets fly will slow and debilitate the enemy advance.
Wisdom is the winner of
What do you...
Oi, something just went right sparkly over there.
We have alerted the orcs to our position. Summon reinforcements, quickly!
This way.
On the move.
It seems I have given.
These orcs are reckless and erratic. I cannot anticipate their actions any longer.
Have you never fought orcs before? If we stay here longer, they will only grow in numbers.
The way is open. Deal with these orcs first. Then we will continue. Or war as in...
Now that's right decent of you, Eldar. Delivering yourselves right to me growth step.
We should find another path. It is needless folly to face an orc this size.
Flattery, is it? Won't help yous none.
It is but a small nuisance. Kill him, then we will find the human.
Ho ho! An Eldar calls me small! That it hurt him and it weren't so funny!
Before I slay you, orc, tell me, have you seen any humans since you infested this jungle?
Why? There's something in me teeth?
Good. Slay him. The beast is slowing. The fight will be over before long.
Over? I hope you're not thinking of running away! Enough with the shooting, you Eldar kids! Oh, that's it! You've done it now, you push little runts!
Ronan, have you found any evidence of this human?
The human has been among us ever since we entered the clearing. Reveal yourself. Your attempts at hiding irritate my ears.
I required that orc alive. Give me one reason why I should not slaughter every one of you Eldar witches.
Because in your primitive hierarchy, Eldar witches are marginally more trustworthy than orcs.
Ha! You evidently know very little about humans.
Reasoning with savages tires me. You came to bargain with the orc. He is dead. Bargain with us instead.
This place will burn soon enough. I cannot see how it would matter if you know. Due to persistent chaos and Xenos activity, the Ordo Malleus has declared this sector lost and has ordered an exterminatus. In 3 weeks, our fleet will arrive and lay waste to every world within Subsector Aurelia.
Vol aid us.
And why should any of this concern you? I am familiar with your ways. The exterminatus poses no threat to you. You flee to your Webway the instant any threat draws near.
You evidently know very little about the Eldar.
What would prevent the exterminatus from occurring?
It has been suggested that the chapter master of the Blood Ravens, Azariah Kyras, is responsible for the incursions. I am most eager to have him questioned.
So, you wish him murdered?
Such is less illuminating and of less merit to the Most Holy Emperor. The ultimate outcomes, however, are often similar. In either case, such a turn of events would force me to halt the Exterminatus and re-evaluate the state of the sector.
That's all we need from you. Ronan, Velderon, we go to find Elenwe.
You give me leave? Stormtroopers, slay this alien filth!
So eager to lose your only cat's paws, Inquisitor?
What? You plan to... Lower your weapons. Let them go.
Farseer Elenwe has made her way back to us. She is weakened and winded, but understands our mission.
So, we are to be assassins in the service of primates.
We have no choice. Elenwe confirms that it is as the prophecy says. The dead will bear death. The damned shall be damned. Every soul of a craft world lost. Slain without a word.
An Exterminatus will surely destroy the craft world buried here on Typhon and every soul stone within. We Eldar do not enjoy a comfortable ignorance of our fate after death as humans do.
There were thousands on that craft world. If their soul stones shatter, every soul will. The great enemy will.
The prophecy said this could be averted by aiding the human. We must find this Kyras. Ronan, show us the nearest Webway port. We must search every nearby planet immediately.
A Webway entrance lies near to the warhost, but hostile forces must be crossed to reach it.
To all officers and regiments that may be receiving, we're through with Imperial Command. If we have to fight, we're gonna do it for ourselves from now on. You wanna call that defection? Fine. We were dead men anyway. At least the cults promised something in return. This region is ours now. We see anyone within a mile of here, we'll bury them in ordnance. Don't doubt we can either. The regiment's holy armor isn't that particular about the holiness of them that drives it.
I see. Follow this route.
Intruders! Oh hell, we've been found. All right, you fiends. I don't care who you are. Feel the might of the Baneblade.
The vast din of humanity.
Let this withdrawal be...
We lack the weaponry to deal with such a machine. We must fall back or risk destruction.
Our warlock has fallen. Damnation! We can't get through here. Find another path!
Protect those targeting cogitators. The turrets could go haywire if a cogitator is destroyed.
Fall before us! We shall destroy it.
Our eyes are yours. The battle calls us.
What empty are your guns upon it?
Relish our victory.
Ah, found ya. Demolish our cannon. Open fire!
Now I am on. This shall be a display of my...
What do you mean we can't pursue any farther? We can't let them get away! They can't escape!
I have come under fire!
There they are! This is it, you maggots! We'll bury you here!
It is done.
One of our structures is being attacked.
Here, this is the Webway port. I will enter and scout its egresses. Wait here until I return.
Ronan, what have you learned of the Webway port?
As hoped, it would enable us to leave Typhon. We now have a choice of worlds where we may die in the service of prophecy.
Your venom for our methods is surprising, Ronan. Were you not originally of Craftworld Ulthway? Craftworld of Seers?
I am a wanderer now. I belong to no Craftworld.
Then you know that it is through Seer's prophecies that the Eldar yet survive. Remember that we have successfully recovered the souls of Craftworld Koltsay. The same soulstones used to guide the Wraith Lords, which stopped the Necron advance onto Kyras. Refugees of Ulthway herself were rescued from the glaciers of Cronus. Without the visions of our Seers, they might never have been found.
Oh? I had not heard of this endeavor.
It was a mission undertaken in secret. The Blood Ravens who overran Cronus retained a foothold there, and we could not risk drawing their attention. Yet the recovery was a resounding success. Even the soulstones of the Fallen were recovered from beneath years of snowfall.
All but one.
What? You knew of this?
Taldir, am I correct? The Farseer who led the original expedition to Cronus. Her soulstone was never found. Yes, our prophecies serve us marvelously in the recovery of our dead. Would that they served us better in preventing that need to begin with.
Attention! All Blood Ravens of Strike Force Omega in the Argus District. The Ascendant fears investigation and pursuit by those who are less enlightened. He wishes to ensure that all traces of his passing on Calderis are eliminated. As such, Argus settlement is to be razed to the ground. Success will ensure his pursuer's trail shall grow cold and his great plans realized.
The Webway port lies hidden near to this settlement. The purgation these savages spread has put it at risk. We must contain these fools and their purge, lest they endanger our warhost's withdrawal. How fortunate. We should capture this Webway assembly and use it to call in our heavier war machines.
Wisdom, on my way there now.
Falcon tank at your command. It is the appointed hour to leave.
Sergeant Lysandros, be advised. Enemy forces have been detected inside the settlement.
Do not deviate from your mission. Our priority is to demolish every last structure in this miserable village.
Space Marines, as predicted. Put them down like dogs!
They must be stopped.
To counter their armor, we should upgrade our shuriken platforms with bright lancers. Haywire grenades are also formidable.
I have marked their number.
Sergeant Lysandros, come in. We have come under fire. Our mission has been compromised.
Stay calm, young brothers. I will deploy heavy support. It will arrive in moments and crush these worms.
Now we shall destroy it.
Moving Rangers.
Our prize.
It seems they think me a heretic.
Show me your metal, Space Marine!
You're too late. The Ascendant will be triumphant.
Our warhost and options available to us have increased recently. For certain missions, you might consider deploying without Ronan or myself in order to bring more forces. Orcs have some understanding of value, if nothing else. If we slay them, we may find something among their spoils to aid us.
those shining bridges, 'cause they's bring good luck. If there's an ambush, me at the supply depot it will. Don't let the enemy reach the supply depot. And protect the trucks. Or don't scare how many of your kids get smashed. I'm sending some boys ahead to loot and make sure there's no ambush. Send cans and then send boys. All kinds of boys.
Drive slower, you break me bits, he says. And don't forget to drive on the shiny bridges for good luck. Listen up, kids! War boss Smashface says there will be fighting ahead, and we need to get our gear to the war! So just be sure to get enough trucks past the supply station for the war!
I have marked it for destruction.
We should hold back from striking the Orc convoy just yet. Let us continue and find a more appropriate ambush site.
What? There wasn't supposed to be any fighting while we was looting. The trucks are almost here. Ready them suitors, boys. Boss Smashface says we need to keep this way clear for him.
Quickly then.
Boss, they destroyed those shiny bridges you liked. What? Oh, you better be lying to me, boy, and you better be dead before I get there, 'cause I don't like being lied to. You're out of me way. Looks like I gotta do all the work myself. And when I was done fighting, you all getting your faces smashed. Here we go, boys. This is where he said the fighting was. This is exciting! Can you feel it, boys?
Momentary distraction. They're bringing full weaponry to bear. Weapons team at your command.
Oh! With all that fighting, we lost all our gear! Now it's gonna take a whole day to find all our gear again!
Brothers, we must give praise to Khorne, for the construction of the Dark Portal is complete. Where Aragast's temple was sundered, we may once again freely coax the beings of the warp into reality. The portal radiates ruinous power. Celebrate as you witness the constructs of lesser beings tainted and laid to waste around it.
Farseer Elenwe has divined something critical of these Chaos Savages. Their loyalty, she says, lies with Kyras. We should attack them now, lest their designs on Aurelia strengthen Kyras in the future.
Interlopers! Come to witness the glory of the Dark Portal! Draw near, then. Watch as the entropy of the warp claims and cripples flesh and steel. We shall savor your despair.
It seems the terrain has been misread.
Magnificent, is it not? We have succeeded where even the great Olcair could not. Come closer, approach the portal, gaze directly into the maw of the warp. If you are fortunate, your lives may be snuffed by its entropy, rather than our blades.
This is a hostile area!
The portal is under attack! To battle!
Yes, sir!
Demons of Khorne, come forth! A feast of skulls and blood awaits you! No! No! Blasphemous wretches! Brothers, after them! Do not let them escape!
There is no end to human rabble.
I have gained their attention.
is ours to lose now.
Good. On to the next.
We have detected an interplanetary communication of interest from a force of renegades loyal to Kyras on Meridian, seeking his orders.
That is most unfortunate.
Unfortunate? Suddenly less keen to lay waste to the vile forces of Kyras, so on and so forth.
I was never keen to lay waste to his rabble to begin with. Our vocation is to slay Kyras, not his armies. This transmission proves only that he is not on Meridian, which is where our exploratory options end.
It is simple then. We assault this force and question them. We persist until we learn what we need.
Amateur recklessness. It would be puerile idiocy to attack them. Are you but a child?
You must propose combat strategy to an Autarch more often, Veldaran.
Caliph, if the trail has gone cold, surely it is our only choice.
Meridian is the rotting burrow they swarm from, outnumbering our war hosts thousands of times over. The chance that Kyras would trust any rabble with his whereabouts is slim. The chance that such fanatics would divulge that info, slimmer.
So even our accomplished mistress of strategy would be unable to secure a victory.
I would not expect an outcast to understand. One initial victory I could plan with ease, but a protracted assault is simple suicide.
I would not expect a warrior to understand, but one victory is all you will need.
This is the transmission. Much good may it do you. Human communication technology is not far removed from shouting.
Priority Vox Channel Secundus. Lord Ascendant, I lead the faithful assaulting Capital Spire. I am pleased to report that the Spire's defenders have fallen. They were unprepared for an attack from within. We shall hold the Spire and await your transmission bearing further instructions. Glory to the Ascendant. Glory to Khorne.
So then, Ronan, let us see how your mastery of subterfuge stands to solve this riddle with but one victory on Meridian.
Even now, Kyras' response is likely en route, but its encoding may not be as primitive and easily heard from afar. We strike here, at the source of the message, slay them all. Then we wait, dutifully, for Kyras' response to arrive.
Deviously efficient. Probable success. An immediate egress. Well plotted.
We are fortunate your years of running have gifted you with some wit.
Do remember your ancestry, Veldaran. The only Eldar that live to this day are the ones who ran.
Assailants! Push them back! Do not let them gain a foothold on the Spire! Pull back that Lehman Russ and regroup! 4th and 17th! I want an assault line of Bane Wolves pressing this position!
Let's trust this cover to hold.
Their numbers availed them nothing.
The fiends! They've broken our lines! 15th! Open a Vox with air support and stand by. If they encroach the HQ, I want the sky to fall on them!
Their sights are set on you. The expected human transmission is incoming, and we have intercepted it. Let us see if it is from whom we hoped.
Priority Vox Channel Secundus. This is the Ascendant, Azariah Kyras. Marvelously done, Sergeant. Your slaughter of your own brothers in arms shall bring much favor from Khorne. Without its center of administration, Meridian is as helpless as a babe set upon by wolves. Remain stationed there and repel any invaders. Your reward for your faith shall be forthcoming. Skulls to Khorne.
No. Help us, Lord.
God.
Did you observe the response?
We have. It arose from Typhon.
A curious choice of headquarters. Very well, we go.
It is odd, you know. A mission occurred 10 years ago that, if successful, would have made this endeavor impossible.
Ulfway's attempt to destroy Meridian? I had advised against it. It was far too risky an endeavor.
Craftworld Ulfway itself was in danger. The risk was necessary for the sake of the living. They have ever lived in the shadow of death. Countless Necron tomb worlds lurk in the spaces between stars. They are known as Ulfway the Damned for more reasons than one. They have not the luxury of chasing prophecies for our dead.
Despite your petulant insistence otherwise, what we do here is noble. You evidently know nothing of our fate beyond death.
An Eldar dies. If she is fortunate, her thoughts and consciousness are gathered by the spirit stone she wears. If that stone is shattered, she is drawn into the warp. The great enemy Slumnesh claims her.
Pronoun, be silent. Speaking that name is profanity.
She feels thorns pressed through her eyes, or a razor through her breast, or acid dripped into her ear. She has no body, but she feels it. Not for an instant, but every second for centuries on end. Is that what I know nothing of, Caleth? Because that is what I see and what I hear every night when my eyes close. She screams and suffers because she trusted her prophecies and her kin did not. Her brother could not even.
Farseer Taldia was your sister.
She slowed the Blood Ravens as her war host fled. She fought for the living, now she suffers eternally.
Command Vox again, wanting a report. That's the 4th time this week. We keep giving them dead air, and it won't be long before they decide to stop by. They gotta be wondering who's accepting their munition drops after all. They can Vox every minute until doomsday if they please. We will not respond. You have heard the whispers. You'll know Ulk, the will, the voice. We are his now. He is here. Well, they have forsaken us. If anybody wants these munitions, wants this meat, they must take it from us. Course, sir. For all care.
While these primitives war amongst themselves, we have the option to strike and procure resources.
Perimeter breach. Intruders at checkpoint Tertius.
All forces to arms! Gun them down! Bring their flesh to the keep! All care shall feast this eve!
I have gained their attention. Humans swarm to chaos. Such honor. Tell me quickly, we lives. It is no more.
Yes, little ones, crawl and buzz with delight.
How is it you've allowed the invaders to remain breathing? They walk in the open, begging to be slaughtered! Manticore batteries, vengeance and justice, crush them beneath your rockets!
The Imperium is here!
Their sights are set on me.
This land shall feel my gangrenous touch. Am I not magnanimous?
Damnation.
Hostiles closing on the munitions cache. They must not take it.
Their sights
Feel the glory of necrosis and rejoice!
It is.
Yes! Yes! Come, unbelievers! All care welcomes all!
No mercy, even for you!
Death comes for all! May my flesh fester and rot and give life anew for Nurgle. Ah.
Acquisitions to supply and grow our warhost are of great importance to us, and this box indicates where we may find them.
We found the power stations, boss. Should give us the juice we need to finish her up. And why is you here telling me about it? I told you to find them and to guard them. Even if the humans don't come to take them back, someone else might come nick them. We're supposed to just sit on them power nodes and hope a scrap comes to us? Where's the fun in that? We only need them nodes long enough to finish building Daisy. That is when the fun begins.
I'm moving to shelter.
Oh, what have we here? Boss, looks like a fight came to us after all. What? Well, keep them off the power nodes. Daisy ain't ready yet.
Orcs. This shall be an ugly fight.
I'll keep as you require.
Boy, who do you think you is, stealing what we done rightfully stole? Boys, get in there and take that node back. You boys ain't got that node back yet? Fine, clear off. We just used the juice from the others to finish up.
It's Stan.
Boss, they got another power node. Oh, well, that's just greedy, that is. Oh, I'm sending in the Bigdickcheny to take it back. What? We still ain't got the power node back? Boys, leg it back to Daisy, sharpish. Kick these thieving magpies off the last node.
The point is out.
You want something stomped around here? You gotta stomp it yourself. Time to meet Daisy. Whoa! Crush him under the death roller!
I detest dallying with orcs, but alas,
I've gained their attention.
Boss! I think we just hit something we wasn't supposed to hit!
That's crazy talk! There's nothing Daisy ain't supposed to hit!
I have my target.
Yeah! Oh, me only regret is exploding! Yeah!
There are no signs of activity at the source whatsoever. Something is not right.
It is no doubt a trick. Perhaps a diversion, or perhaps an elaborate trap.
Most odd is not the possibility of a trick, but the quality. I would expect this of Eldar, perhaps, but certainly not of humans.
We must proceed with utmost caution, then. Warriors, we must be at our finest. Eldar of Craftworld Biltan! What fortune! Hail, my kin!
Artak Kaleth of Alightak. You are expected. Please, come with me. There is an urgent matter.
You intend to? What manner of treason is this?
False luck, a seer is with them.
Belderon?
Kaleth, seek shelter!
Forgive me, Artak. Warriors of Biltan, attack! Destroy them all! They must not disturb the ritual.
The air here is thick with ritual. It clouds my powers of vision, but up close, its purpose was clear. They mean to slay us all.
Surely these Eldar are not our kin any longer, for they aid Kyras now. We must stop the council and its ritual. I am on the move.
Whatever shows itself.
Please understand, Artak. Prophecy has shown you bring with you death. The thousands of spirit stones buried here outweigh your life.
We too have come to preserve the Craftworld. Stand aside immediately or accept your demise. You must have been misled. Your prophecy must be some trick. You are pawns of the Blood Raven's chapter master, Kyras.
It matters not. Your forces are limited. So long as our Webway gate stands, we will bring forth mighty Wraith Lords to aid us.
A hollow-fielded Webway gate nearby. They will undoubtedly call reinforcements. I suggest we disable it quickly.
Prepare for mass warp jump. I will move the Council to safety. Hold back the tide, brothers. Do not let these invaders find the Council again.
The Council is relocated. I will update their whereabouts on our artifacts as soon as I pick up their scent.
This is a hostile.
We have an easy task. They send greetings from afar.
I cannot abide
Get
this.
past the pressure.
My thoughts make wrath manifest. I will burn you under the
Fools! You blind, murderous fools!
I have unburdened us of their infantry.
It's mine. They know the
More Eldar blood spilled in the name of a prophecy. Will there be no end to this mockery?
You are no seer, but I am. Our visions are complex and branching, but this contradiction is utterly impossible.
We must proceed with utmost caution, men. Warriors, we must be at our finest. We will return for their soul stones once our task is completed.
The obscuring effects from the ritual of our kin. It is slow to dissipate. I cannot yet pierce it.
But I can.
That voice!
I am Azariah Kyras, Chief Librarian and Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens. I suspect you may have heard of me.
Show yourself, beast! It is only a matter of time before we find you. Our kin whom you deceived into aiding you, they are dead.
Oh, but it is you who have aided me. You have slain more of your feeble kind than you realize. You see, the ritual you interrupted was preventing me from guiding the Exterminatus fleet to this sector.
Guide the Exterminatus. It comes for you and your slaves, yet you wish it to happen? Why?
A sacrifice. A sacrifice of a sector, its planets, its billions of skulls, to the Chaos God of blood and war, Khorne. Take comfort, Ronan. The spirits of your buried craft world will be consumed by him, rather than Slaanesh.
My name? How did you know my name?
Oh, after my blood ravens conquered Cronus, I oversaw the interrogation and execution of Farseer Toldir. She must have mentioned you.
No! Not like that! Not by you!
For what it is worth, I understood all too well her woe of brotherly abandonment. But you may rejoice. The Exterminatus fleet now looms over you, and your misery is about to end.
We have arrived, and it is now that we perform our charge. In fealty of the God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare Exterminatus upon the Imperial world of Typhon Primaris. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world, and consign 1 million souls to oblivion. May Imperial justice account in all balance. The Emperor protects.
Orbital bombardment underway!
It must be magnificent to see a planet writhe and scream To feel it convulse beneath your own feet. Witness it dying with living eyes. In time, perhaps I may share this gift with every last living soul in the galaxy. Until then...
What is this? You lowly vermin truly think to escape? Ungrateful scum, squandering Lord Kyras' gift of a glorious death! Pay your penance in blood! Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne! None shall escape! None shall escape the sacrifice!
You are no match for Eldar might!
The land shall storm fast. It is human nature to seek culpability in a time of tragedy. It is a sign of strength to cry out against fate, rather than to bow one's head and succumb. Inevitably, many shall fault the hands upon the sword which felled Typhon, the Ordo Malleus. But the Inquisition merely performs the duty of its office. To further fear them is redundant. To hate them, heretical. Those more sensible will place responsibility with those who forced the hands of the Inquisition. With some fortune, they may foster this hatred into purpose, and further rule their own fate by coming to the Emperor's service. Yet ultimately, it was I who set these events into motion, with a single blow from my hammer, God-Splitter.
How could this happen? There must have been some mistake. I must have made a mistake.
Traitorous savage. So you followed us through the Webway. Step out of the shadows!
Give me a solitary reason why I should not slaughter you.
I heard Kyras' words on Typhon. You meant to save the Spirit Stones buried there. You may yet save at least one.
You seek to ransom a single Eldar soul after thousands have just perished.
I do not have it. Kyras does. I have seen it on his person. He kept it as a trophy from the Cronus campaign.
A Spirit Stone? From Cronus?
All but one were recovered, were they not?
Our time in your employ has ended. Leave now with your life and never let us see you again.
What? Caliph, we must... She is...
Run, scion of the Emperor!
You disappoint me. But so be it. Your race is damned in any case. I will find my own way off this space hulk. Die well, Eldar of Alayatok.
Yes, truly are the Eldar damned. Taldir gave her life to battling the Necrontyr, and in thanks we now leave her soul to rot!
You know it is a risk we cannot take. Would you have yet more Eldar die for the sake of the dead?
The dead. The damned.
Enough, Warlock! Your prophecies have proven naught but folly!
On the contrary, they only now finally make sense. Taldir had been entrusted with the locations of Necron tomb worlds in proximity of Craftworld Uthway. The dead will bear death. The damned shall be damned. Every soul of a Craftworld lost, slain without a word. The dead were not fallen Eldar. They are the Necrontyr. To bear death is to bring it, not to suffer it. The damned are the living Eldar of Ulthwé, slain not by wordless cannons, but the silent Necrons. Even as a spirit, Taldir's wisdom and power could save thousands of lives from the Necron threat.
The prophecy said that to prevent this doom, we must obey the scion of the Emperor. That has only brought us ruin.
Yet had we not done so, we would never have learned of your sister who can save us all.
Your reasoning is sound. Very well. I will lead us against Kyras' forces, for the living of Craftworld Ulthwé.
And I will follow you, for Taldir.
Oi! Trespassers! Invaders! Hooligans and ne'er-do-wells! Nobody just puts earth in air on this here space hulk without me say so! Now piss off, or I'm like to say so to something nasty!
More orc blood for the spilling.
Do you not know when you overstay your welcome? I'm expecting company!
These savages are drawing power from our Webway port. If we wish to leave, we must destroy their contraption.
Knock knock! Who's there? This! I get it. You've come to steal me teleporter. Well, nothing doing. It took me better than a decade to squeeze the juice out of that thing back there. Should only be another decade or so before I get to zap me out of this bug-infested hellhole!
I have my target. I have my target. Triumph! We are free to search the planets once more, but the exterminatus is underway.
We must locate Kyras before it is complete, which at best gives us a scant few days. His mind is guarded, hidden from my sight, and once his sacrifice is complete, we will have no chance of rivaling his power.
And I cannot track him across an entire subsector in so little time.
Kyras is not a human. His strategy is predictable. He cannot leave the sector, so he hides. With the coming fire within this subsector, he would hide where Exterminatus passed long ago. The dead planet, Cyrene.
Brothers and sisters, the human ships have carved large fissures into the world, some deep enough to cleave the buried Craftworld. We located the Infinity Circuit. The flames reach deep, and every biodome, every soul stone, there was no flicker of spirit, not a single one. So too did we locate the Chamber of the Avatar. Fitting, I suppose, that he sits upon his throne there, unharmed. Nothing remains for us here. Order to report to the Webway Assembly. Once we return to the Webway, we will collapse the channel to the Craftworld, sealing this tomb for eternity.
Caliph, we must not let the channel be collapsed. If the Avatar Chamber is truly still intact, our mission on Typhon may yet hold value.
You dare violate this tomb, you pathetic, soulless savages! Very well, if you are so eager to hear our cries, I shall shred your mind with the wail of the Banshee! Butcher them! Do not let them near the gates or the assembly! Protect the Webway gates! They lend their power to hasten our escape! Losing one will slow the assembly's departure into the Webway!
Now your
I take aim. Wait. Tyria. It is I, Ronan. We fought together on Meridian.
Ronan, you escaped Angel Forge?
Kalith, stand down the war host. Allow me to speak with her.
Order Kalith. The prophecy warned that you would do this to us.
I know. I am sorry. We follow our own prophecy. One that unfulfilled would doom a still living craftworld.
Ronan, is this true?
It is. Ulthway is in peril. By slaying the monster responsible for this exterminatus, we may save her.
We are always in peril. You, me, even Farseer Idranel have ever danced on the strings of fate because of it.
Ronan, she is dying. She cannot aid us in protecting Ulthway.
No. The Banshee does not protect. The Banshee slays. I have finished fighting for prophecy. Now I fight for vengeance. I have not much life left. Bear me quickly to the Avatar Chamber.
We understand, young king. The young king has been sacrificed to awaken the Avatar of Cain. We will honor this sacrifice.
Tyria, you shall have your vengeance.
Investigating this transmission may yield valuable materials for the war host.
Containment Bay, Hexerostas notification. Initial quarantine designation, 3.5 centuries. Quarantine status, completed. Cargo designation, security level, Primaris. Value level, Primaris. Power level, Primaris. Docket, contents erased. Labor engine for cargo relocation, operational. Advise. External containment bay breach. Xenos presence confirmed. Relocate cargo immediately. Xenos contamination detected. Operations halted until hostiles cleansed.
Proceeds me into oblivion.
Hostile Xenos infiltration detected. Defenses compromised. Hostiles purged. Operations recommenced.
I am to a better vantage.
Hostile bioforms approaching. Prepare defenses and pray for deliverance.
As you require.
Inbound hostiles. Attack imminent. They are here.
Brothers and sisters, act now as one!
That's like our infantry. They say the enemy has targeted our weapons rack.
I have depleted their number.
This armor is a sacred relic of the Adeptus Astartes. We shall deliver it to our chapter master.
Lord Kyras now serves the Dark Powers. You now serve the Dark Powers. This corpse god space we stand in is not a sanctified shrine of your chapter. It is a fort to be plundered. And this land raider we have unearthed is not a relic. It is a spoil of war to be defiled and bent to our will. My lords, come in. Do you read?
What is it, Whelp? Why do you interrupt?
Beg your forgiveness, my lord, but we found another one.
This clearly originated from Kyras' forces. A surprise attack could be to our advantage.
Gods have mercy, they're here! Lads, hurry! Get this thing moving! They're gonna slaughter us!
Humans and their tanks!
I am ready. I make my strike. I make my strike.
The shots came from that direction!
I have unburdened us of their infantry.
Yes! Now I can feel it! The frenzy, the bloodlust that Lord Kyras spoke of!
Our allies' infantry perishes. I spy enemy.
Yes! I shall grind you all to gristle beneath my treads! Blood for the Blood God!
Break it apart! Slay them all!
They bring flavors.
They are making movement difficult.
Tell me quickly what you need. Lord Kyras gaze upon you. Do not fail him. Blood for the Blood God. Firing the bombardment cannons. Die!
Yes, assassinate will die with empty prayers on their lips.
The Land Raider is lost. Disengage. Lead the cowards to their doom.
Faithful, enlightened, ambitious brethren. In but a single decade, a few mere swipes of the pendulum, we have gathered a sacrifice to Khorne that will be made legend. Though it was a simpler, weaker voice that illuminated me during my centuries upon the judgment of Carrion. It was Khorne's messenger who showed me the true path of freedom from a pathetic corpse emperor. And what is this path? This meaning? This purpose to which we gather the skulls of our foes? It is nothing. There is no meaning, no purpose. We murder, we kill. It is mindless savagery. This universe is mindless. In mere hours, billions will die. Innocent, guilty, strong and weak, honest and deceitful, all of them. They will scream, they will burn, and for no purpose but that mighty Khorne may revel in their bloodshed. And united in this void of purpose, fear, or duty, we shall at long last be free! Blood for the Blood God! Skulls for the Skull Throne! Let the galaxy burn!
No stranger to the deaths of planets. Cyrene was my home. Yet when the need was made evident, I did not hesitate to contact the Inquisition. By my hand, Cyrene burned. Cyrene's secrets now live solely with me, and so shall they die with me. Whether I'm victorious or slain, my sins will know retribution. Such is the final testimony of Gabriel Angelos, captain of the Blood Ravens, 3rd Company. Savior of Tartarus, bane of the Black Legion, servant of the Emperor.
These many decades have been an honor, Gabriel. Commend my service to the Emperor.
Emperor keep you, librarian. I go now to redeem our chapter.
Ever so faithful to that rotten world. No, his soul has been centuries ago.
Such are the ways of demons, to lie and mislead us. Destroying it is the only way to avoid its influences.
What do you recall?
They think to harm me. So long as my towers of offerings are in place, I am unbeatable. Warriors, protect the offerings. My ascension is not yet complete. What was that? Warriors of Khorne, to war for his favor. They proclaim themselves righteous, and righteous their skulls most certainly will be.
An enemy detachment.
For the Blood Ravens!
I have read the battlefield force here. This point is the key.
A pity that Space Marine has fallen. It would have served as a useful diversion as we approached.
His regalia suggests he may have been one of their leaders. No matter, though, he was, after all, just a human.
They close in for the kill!
It's my weakness. For it relate not when we meet in combat. Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. Once the galaxy burns, we will define righteousness. The Eldar. Slanesh sends his regards. I might have known you would escape Typhon. A plague of orcs is simpler to stamp out than a handful of your slippery kind. So why come here then? Why not run and hide in your corners of the Webway? So eager to die in the name of holy vengeance.
Your ignorance is astonishing, demon. Our kind evolved beyond your petty grudges and childish zealotry millennia ago. We slay you for the sake of our kin. You are nothing. You merely possess something of ours. And we have come to reclaim it!
Still they try to kill us.
The demon is down! Summon the Eldritch Storm! For the fallen!
For
wonder if my dreams may finally end.
We should all be so fortunate to have such loyal kin.
I believe we already do.
You have served the craft worlds honorably, outcast. What shall you do now?
I shall bring my sister home.